Hey everyone, welcome back to Smart Trader Chat with Alexis. I'm joined today by Art. Art, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and how you got started in this industry?
Sure. Hey, Alexis. My name is Art. I've been a trader for quite a few years. Started my trading career almost, probably over 10 years ago now. But yeah, this is, I think, my third interview with SPT. I did a couple with you and I did one with Blake a
Yep.
while back. But I started in Forex. Oh God, I don't even remember. I think it was through Instagram or Facebook. I think that's how I learned about Forex. But since then, no one's been working on my personal accounts, and then once prop firms became more popular, I switched strictly to prop firms and trading them for a few years now.
Awesome. And you and Blake go way back. You've met with Ryan in person before, so really cool to be able to continue that relationship with you on and off the trading floor, if you will.
Yeah.
Can you delve into your primary trading strategy and just tell us how that's been effective for you over time? Like, did you always start with this? Did you kind of strategy hop? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So when I started, I really didn't know much, right? So my strategies, I was all over the place, right? I was taking a strategy and just going with it, and then taking another one. I had so many things, so many indicators, and over the years, I've learned that simplicity is what works. And when people ask me, like, okay, oh, I see you're getting these payouts. Where's your strategy? And when I tell them what it is, they're like, oh, wait, it's too simple. No, that doesn't work.
They
It's too
don't
simple.
believe you. They're like, there's no
Right.
way.
Pretty much. But my strategy is very simple. I trade on a higher time frames. I trade up a 4 hour time frame. I look for the trend and I trade support and resistance. It's simple as that. I think the main thing that for this strategy to work is you need your risk to reward to be at least 1 to 2. Otherwise, I mean, there's no strategy that's 100% accurate. If somebody tells you that they win 100% of the time, they're full of shit. But yeah, it's as long as you know your risk to reward is good, and just 1 to 2, right? So that is you can lose 2 trades as long as you win one, you're break even.
Right.
So I think that's what makes my strategy work because when I shoot or when I take a trade, I risk 1%, one to 1.5%, and I shoot for 2 to 3 risk to reward.
Got it. So, how did you get to the point of feeling comfortable with that risk to reward and how, like, I'm sure you've gone through so much and have probably lost a lot, but also won a lot. How did you find that level ground where you're like, okay, I feel comfortable losing this. I still feel good about the day. Just walk us through that process and how that goes through your head.
So I think it was trial and error.
Mhm.
When I originally started taking risk to reward, I would set my stop loss at 1%, but my take profit 6x, 5x, and
Mhm.
that doesn't really happen. I mean, chances are for you to go ahead and hit your 5x is very slim. So I wasn't working. I was getting taken out. Like, okay, so maybe my take profit is too high. Let's adjust it. And through trial and error, I found that perfect balance is 1 to 2.5 to 3 most of the times. That's it. And plus, trading with the prop firms, you only have so much to lose in one day or your max
Right,
drawdown.
right.
So you want to only risk 1% per trade. That leaves you, your 4 or 5 trades before you hit your
Yeah.
max drawdown, well, daily drawdown or max drawdown,
Mm.
whichever one. Um, so yeah, and if you hit one trade 1 to 3, then yeah, that's good because it gives you that extra buffer. You have that extra 3 trades you can lose
Right.
without going negative. Just simply trial and error.
For sure. And being in the industry for so long, I mean, I'm sure you've really honed that in and went through a lot to get to where you are, where you feel comfortable with that. So that's great. What advice would you give to newer traders about risk management? Go back 10 years to yourself, if you knew what you
Okay, I
know
don't want to go
now,
10 years.
what would you
Everybody
tell
would fail
yourself?
if I go 10 years. So I think it's important. not to concentrate on the amount of money you make, but the amount of fish. When you put in the money aspect into it, it starts messing with your psychology because you can see going 6,000 in drawdown. You're like, oh my god, it's gonna start messing. You're gonna start checking your charts every 10 seconds. You're gonna be doubting your strategy. Like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should close. Maybe I should leave it. And it's better to just take a trade, set your stop loss, take profit. Yeah, of course, obviously check on your trade, but don't don't look at it every 10 seconds. If it hits your stop loss, you know you're down 1%. But if it hits your take profit, you know you're you're in the green. You're in the good.
You're in a good spot.
Yeah. So just don't concentrate on the money aspect of it. Try to perfect your strategy and risk enough where you don't wake up at night and you're like, oh my god, did I blow my account?
Yeah, definitely don't want to get to that point. Would you mind diving into what a typical trading day looks like for you? Last time we spoke, you had a full-time job outside of trading. Is that still the situation? Are you a full-time trader now? Tell us a little bit about that.
I'm a full-time trader and I have a full-time job. And I have
Wow.
kids. So three
Wow.
kids.
Always on the clock.
Always. Always. But for me, the day, there's really no structure what my day is. I have alerts set up on my phone,
Yeah.
trading view. So when one of my areas get triggered, I'll open up, I'll take a look. If it makes sense, I'll take the trade. So, you know, it could be at 8 o'clock in the morning or it could be at 2 o'clock at night. So if it happens and if I'm not asleep, take a look and I'll take the trade. There's really no structure to my day.
Okay.
As long as you have your phone, I think you're in this day and age, you can trade from anywhere.
For sure. Do you ever feel like it's hard for you to turn it off? Do you ever take time for yourself to just kind of decompress, or do you feel like you're always on?
I need to take time to decompress.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So for me, it's hard to do because I love trading and I love it. It's
For sure.
one of those things that it's my thing.
Yeah.
And for me, it's hard to just put down the phone and step away for a week because I know there's opportunities that are out there that I'm missing. So you know, I do need to be better at it. I do need to step away, be able to step away. But I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's a catch-22, right? You need the rest, but then you're like, you know what's out there. You're like, I don't want to miss something. So yeah, I'm sure that's really tough to kind of manage that. How do you conduct your market analysis? Which indicators do you find are most reliable to conduct that kind of analysis?
So as I mentioned before, I don't really believe in indicators. I believe in just price action and just watch the chart. The less stuff you have on your chart, the easier it is to see what's happening in the market, right? So for me, like I said, it's support and resistance. So I take a chart, I mark it out, and I just let it sit. And when price comes back to the same area that it's tested before, I would open it and take a look at it and take a trade.
Awesome. Would you mind diving into your charts at all and walk us through maybe a recent successful trade or one of your favorite trades you've done recently?
Yeah, and I'll show you. Since getting approval for the payout yesterday, I took a few trades. I'll go through those.
Okay.
Just so just so I can show you my strategy and show it to people that you don't need to overcomplicate. So this is, well, let's start with the losers, right? So this is one of the losers that I took last night. So as we can see, gold. This is gold on a 4-hour time frame. So gold has been bullish for the last days, right? And yesterday, after the FOMC news, the meeting that came out, it dropped dramatically. It came down and retested this previous area of support, about 1930. So the way I saw it, okay, so first things first, right? We are bullish. We came down and retesting this area of support that we retested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So it's a very strong area of support. Right? So for me, that was enough. I figured that since we are bullish, we are retesting this area, we are going back up. So when I took this trade, again, risking 1%, this one was 1 to 2.3x risk to reward. I took this trade, but obviously didn't plan didn't work out. So once we broke through this level and we closed below it, at that point the trade was invalid. So I closed it up manually. I actually closed it at 1.5%
Got it.
loss, and as you can see, it would have hit it and dropped down way lower. So there again, that just comes to show that not every trade is going to be a winning trade. There, as long as your strategy and your risk management is on point, a losing trade is nothing. As long as you can cover it with the next one. And that let's take a look at another one that I took last night. So this was the pound Japanese yen. Again, we had this little level of support that we broke through. By the time I was able to get into this trade, I did not wait for a retest because we were in a downtrend, and I knew that once it broke here, it was a good shorting opportunity. So I took my trade. Right, it was a 45 pip stop loss. It was a 1 to 2.26. That's where it took me out. But as you can see, it dropped additional. So my trade was closed out at 102 pips. This was another 50 pips, give or take. And there's some that I missed out on. But again, I was happy with this trade. 1 to 2, 2.3. It's a fantastic trade. As long as
Absolutely.
I could have waited, I could have got more, but then the part of the greed kicks in, and that's why we have those rules in place. 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and you're done. Don't try to catch the whole move. The market could have just said nope and reversed it back and take you out at break even or a stop loss. We don't control the market. So we can take what the market gives us.
Of course.
So be happy with what you get.
Right.
And then another one, actually another two. One of them is just this one right over here. So this is Euro, Japanese yen. Same thing, right? So it's we came back last night. We retested this area. As you can see, this is a major area of resistance. We tested it multiple times, was rejected, came back again, rejected, came back. So as you can see, it was 4, 8, 12, 16 hours where it couldn't break it through. So it was nighttime. So I didn't want to set a very aggressive stop loss because I didn't want to just whip me out. So this was, what was it, 40 pip stop loss or 120 pip take profit, so 1 to 3. And you can see this hit as well last night. And again, right, if I was greedy and I was like, okay, let's go longer, let's see how low we can go, right? It would have given me a little bit more, but then it started reversing. So be happy with what market can do.
I think that's also the beauty of like knowing that it's a long-term approach too, not right? Like not having to or not wanting to make that big win right away because you're going to disappoint yourself. Like you said, you can't control the market, right?
Yeah, and that's I think part of the reason why we kind of discussed that YouTube video that I did. I took a 200K challenge with Smart Prop Trader and risking 1% per trade. I mean, passed phase 1, phase 2, got to the funded stage, made 12%, requested a withdrawal. So just risking 1% per trade. So that's why, again, we're going back to you don't need to over risk your positions, right? You don't need to risk 2%, 3% to make 10, 20, 30,000, whatever it is. You can, as long as you have your risk to reward 1 to 2, 1 to 3, you're golden.
I think that's a great point.
So then the last one, this is actually the one I'm looking at right now. It's a pound CAD. As you can see, we've been in a downtrend quite a bit. We broke through this support level. I'm planning to see if it will come back, retest this area, and then keep on dropping. So this is something I'm looking at right now. I'll have my notification set, so once it comes to this area, we'll see if we can take the trade. But yeah, again, right, my strategy is very simple.
Yeah.
It's you're not risking, even though I'm trading in a 4-hour time frame, I'm not risking 300 pips stop loss. It's 30, 40 pips stop loss for 100 make a profit.
Yeah, I think people will be really interested. Our community and other traders will be super interested to see this and kind of like get into your mind and your thought process.
Oh, you don't want to get into my mind. No,
Maybe that's for the next video.
sounds good.
No, but I think, like you said in the beginning, like some people might be really surprised at how truly simple your strategy is. And I think that just goes to show, don't overcomplicate things if you don't have to, right?
100%.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for walking us through that. Like I said, I think people are gonna love seeing that, love hearing that. So, I know you've been in this industry for a while. So how do you continue to learn and improve your skills? Do you have any resources that you recommend that help you throughout the day, or are you just a seasoned vet at this point?
I think it's seasoned vet plus trial and error, right? If something stops working, because I believe last time we had this interview, I was only trading. Gold went through a time where it was overbought. So the markets were moving weird. I was losing some trades. I was getting whipped out, taken out. I said, okay, this is not working. Let's see what we can change. And I went back to work fairs, and gold is coming back now. It's coming around. It's getting into a better position for trading again. But it's just if it's something doesn't work, see what doesn't work and it needs to be fixed. Except if it's something simple as going from one pair to pairs, one is not performing well, or just dropping the pair altogether. It's trial and error. I think it comes with experience with time.
Absolutely. Again, I think if you're watching this video, the pure message is keep it simple. Keep it simple. Can you share an experience of a particularly challenging period in your trading career and how you overcame that? I'm getting deep here.
Yeah. I think the challenging part comes with trading prop firms with a lot of uncertainties that are happening right now. There are a lot of prop firms that are popping out.
Right.
It's mentally getting yourself back on track after working with a prop firm that doesn't pay you if you make too much.
And that's not smart prop trader, by the way.
That's not smart prop trader. No. It's I'm not gonna name it.
Yeah, no naming names.
There are a few that burn me just because if you have to pay out a lot of money, you start looking for ways to get out. So I think it's just mentally getting back on track after you work so hard on the account, you earn 10, 12, 20%, and then not getting paid and just starting from scratch. I think just mentally getting yourself back on track would be the hard one for sure.
That's really tough, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
Part of the game.
Part of the game, yeah, I guess. At what point in your trading career did you realize, like, okay, I am consistently profitable, or how are you at that point? What was that point in your career where you're like, okay, I think I'm good at this. I think I'm consistent here.
I still don't believe it. But
okay.
But no, I think it was about 2 years ago when I had a big payout with a funded trader. And that's how I made Blake. I met him through there when we started talking. But I think, and after that, it was month after month after month, payouts were coming in. Like, okay, maybe I am actually consistent. Maybe it's all those years weren't wasted. I think the big takeaway from it is don't give up. Always keep trying. It will click over time. Because, for some people it takes 6 months. For some people it takes 10 years.
Everybody's different.
Everybody gets there at their own pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for sharing that. If you don't mind me asking, what account sizes do you have with Smart Prop Trader currently?
So I have 200,000 with the Smart Prop Trader.
Okay, perfect. And then after this payout, do you know how much you've been paid out by SPT so far? Do you keep track of it?
I believe it's over 200,000. I haven't confirmed with Ryan, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over.
That's awesome. Well,
that's since November of last year.
Okay. Yeah.
So under a year.
I think that was our first interview last year, was around November time.
November, December, somewhere around that.
Yeah. That's incredible. Well, we're so happy to have you. And, we hope that we continue to have this partnership with you to chat with you about your strategy. I know our audience and our other traders will be super happy to hear about that. And their minds might be blown about how simple it actually can be.
So
So
another complicated.
yeah, don't overcomplicate it. That's great. Well, thank you so much. Any last words or piece of advice you wanna share before we say goodbye?
No, I think like I said, just keep trying, keep doing. You're gonna fail.
Yeah,
If it was that easy, everybody would be doing.
right.
There's a reason why 99% of traders fail. I think,
Hmm.
but yeah, there's a reason why not everybody's doing this. It's hard.
Yeah.
But don't give up. Keep trying. Keep doing, and you will click sooner or later.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Art, for your time. Again, hopefully we'll chat soon and looking forward to this long-term business relationship with you and Smart Prop Trader.
Likewise. Thank you for having me, Alex.
Thank you.
We'll talk later.
Bye.